And I do not assume all of you know what speed dating is. I personally have never been at a speed date, though I've only been married since 2008, but we all know about speed dating. And the pace and the ability to share at a level of understanding that isn't super deep. We don't dive into psychotherapy, right? Because you already have multitudes. We've got a tapas, a taste of who these people are. Your partners, your colleagues, the people in the room with you. But now it's time to start to dig deeper in with purpose and intention. Because what we're going to do now is start taking on the empathy battle of disruption. We're going to start to look at values and who we are as people. And we're going to figure out how do we take these values to apply them to continue to ideate and regenerate around the rapid prototype that just happened, okay? So, speed dating. Now, when I did this at Keene, at the hotel in Jacksonville, I made everybody get out of their tables and they went to the other side of the room. And what I typically do, and you can see in the picture there, you can do, if you have a group of 12, 6 and 6 on each side work. We had 30 or something like that. So I have 15 and 15 standing up. But it's meant to get the body moving again. I don't think we think enough about place, space, and body movement when we're starting to think about challenging problems and thinking about how to innovate ideas. You know, right now, it's about trying to get the blood going again and reframing your body so you can start thinking differently about things. And so what we do here is set up 2 lines of people. You've got an equal number if you can. And we start to ask questions that are a little bit off the beaten path from the actual challenge in the room, but more about the broader base topic of who and where you are in your world right now, whether you're a student, an educator, a business, running a business, you name it, okay? What you're going to see here on this on the slideshow right here in step 4 is really kind of a list of things we ask our educators. And everybody's got a series of index cards. And I'm going to ask you all, if you want to take a chance here, because we're trying to build a word bank of personal value, okay? So what I'm going to ask you all to do, if you can, if you're with someone, by yourself, answer it. This is great just to have for yourself. But what we typically do is we have our groups broken up, and I ask a question. And you can see on that list right there, I believe blank is most important to my students. And sometimes I'll flip it on students and say, I believe blank is most important to my educators or my teachers or my professors. But take a chance and write down 1 or 2 words on an index card if you have them in front of you. Again, I'll ask the first question again, and you can share them with each other. Since if you're in groups of 2, 3, by yourself, whatever. I believe blank, 1 to 2 words, is most important to my students. Put those down. Talk a little bit about that. Okay? I would say, you know what, I might even type in mine right here and see what I say. I believe blank is most important to my students. I believe passion and purpose is important to my students. That's my answer to that. I guess you can use 1 word too, if you got 1 word. But go to that second one. Get a second index card out. Put the other one, keep the other one with you, and ask each other again. I want my students to understand blank. Again, these are values that you are bringing to the table as an educator or a leader, a thought leader in your business or your organization or whatever, your community. But really begin to build these steps here and build them out. You see here, I would hope to my students learn blank from their time in my classroom. Write that down. Number 4, I want my students to learn blank. Learn that blank is most important when one is being judged or criticized unfairly. And again, I'm not with you. I'm sure that there's probably more open, hopefully a fluid conversation happening. Number 5, I want my students to understand that blank is most important when solving a tough problem. And number 6, I want my students to value blank when working with and or creating a powerful collaborative team. And you see the ability to have your students actually fill these out with each other, or have your students answer these in different ways. And you can reform these every way. These were, you can tell these were built around faculty design and staff design. But you can shape and shift these to make for your students. But what you're trying to do is build a value bundle for yourself. You're trying to put yourself onto a paper so that you can start to think differently about how you bring yourself into these challenges and really begin to build that communication and character that we talk about so much in Keen. Okay, so I'm hoping at this point in time you've got speed dating. So at this moment you're sitting in front of a prototype and you've got multitudes in the room, so you have a sense of who you are, and you have a challenge that's floating around, and you've got yourself on paper. And right now, for a student, this is a lot. And this is probably for us, this is a lot. But it's meant to be challenged and brought to the next step. Okay? So when we go to that next step, let me get there real quick. Step 5 is the drill down.